Welcome in. Hi, Tootie. Good to see ya. New friends, old friends. Hello, hello. This is going to be a quick 30 minutes. Anytime there's like a 30-minute live stream, it's always like it starts and then it's over like that. It's real quick. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I know that I don't use a mic on other platforms that I do live streams on, so I want to make sure the audio is okay for everyone here as well. No technical issues. There is that raid. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I saw some thumbs up, so the audio must be good. Perfect. Bug, I see that. Hello. Hi, Misty. Hello, friends. Hi, Pixie Sticks. Yep, definitely a lot of names I recognize. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. So we're just going to jump right in because there's only 30 minutes. I've got a loaded store. If you guys follow me elsewhere, you know that when I do live stream sales, especially when they're really quick, I try to run through absolutely everything. So I've got everything set to 15-second auctions. I am going to hold up an item. I'll talk about it, and then I will hit start. But for those of you that may be new to me or to my shop and my brand, I am Vanessa with Midcentury Monarch. I have been reselling for almost 2 years. July will be 2 years in live stream sales, but almost 4 years prior. Once I started doing live stream sales, there was no turning back. I love it. I'm a face on camera kind of gal, so you're not going to see a stage behind me like some of the other people have done. But I'll hold things up and talk about them, and welcome in, everyone. I am known for glass, brass, and mid-mod sass. So I wanted to bring kind of a variety of everything. And like I said, we're going to try and get through all 27. Well, I guess there's 22 items in auction, but there are a few in the buy it now that I have had listed on VAMP for a while. So the first item that I have up on the stage is going to be this little Fenton mini creamer. It is in Colonial Blue. There's no disclaimers on it. It's got that beautiful hobnail pattern. If you're a texture person like me, I love the way the hobnails feel. Great little matchstick holder or toothpick holder. I use a toothpick holder in my bathroom for my bobby pins. We're going to start this at just a $5 start bid. I wanted to bring you guys some deals today. Just because this is my first live stream sale here on VAMP. So we're going to do this little Fenton mini creamer at just $5, and it is running, y'all. It is running. We see the bids. I see the $5 and the $6. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate you. I do see the 7. If any of you guys are into glowing glass, I really like glowy glass. This one does have a nice kind of bluish greenish glow. If you ever see me use a black light on a live stream sale, I use a 365 nanometer black light. It has a shorter wavelength. It will bring out more of the luminescence of some of those UV reactive chemicals they put in glass. So 365 nanometer black light. Yep, even the bottom has those hobnails, and then that handle does as well. Perfect, Dimas. This is coming to you. I appreciate you so much. We're going to go ahead and get the next item up. This is going to start moving real fast, y'all. If you guys have requests from the store too, I am going to try and get through all of it. But we're just kind of going to go in a random order otherwise. So next up, I have a little brass bell. So I live and I am located in a town called Manhattan, Kansas. I don't know if any of you have heard of Manhattan, Kansas, but that is where Kansas State University is located. No, that is not the Jayhawks if any of you watch March Madness. But we are known as the Little Apple because, yes, there is a Manhattan in Kansas, believe it or not. So I've got this little brass apple bell. It's got some nice patina on it. And then it does have its original black brass clapper in there as well. Yes, KSU, I love it. My husband is from this town, so I think I'm stuck here because his whole family is still here. He doesn't want to move, which is understandable. My family's in Texas, so I travel a lot. This bell is going to start at $7. It's going to run for 15 seconds. There we go. If anybody is interested in the bell, I do see some bids. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. We have a bid for 9, so we're looking for 10 or more on the bell. Here's the ring. I'm always hesitant to ring it because I don't know how long it's gonna, like, the sound is gonna resonate. Bryce, I see you say bid. In order to bid, you do need to come over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. So if you are watching over on YouTube, you do need to come over to virtualantiquemarketplace.com. Donna, I see that you've won the bell. Congratulations. Happy to send a little apple from the little apple on to you. Okay, so next up, we're going to do this Fenton piece. This is a cutie, you guys. I love Fenton. Fenton is really, really popular here in Kansas. Let me see if I can find it in the listings. I should have looked to see which the next one was in the order here. We're going to move this to the stage. This is known as what's called Silver Crest. So Fenton does this ruffle, and then you'll often see a different color edge around the ruffle of Fenton pieces. So this clear edging is called Silver Crest, even though it's clear. But you've got these hand-painted violets on all 4 sides, so just one on each of the other sides. Apologies for the glare. I'm holding a little too close. And then there are little cuties painted on the inside of it as well. There's no disclaimers. It is marked Fenton on the bottom, and it is signed by the artist. So we do know that this is from after 1970. That's when Fenton started marking their pieces with that oval logo. This is going to be a 15-second run starting at $22. Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. I love hand-painted Fenton pieces. It's a whole different type of artistry. And I can't ever leave them behind when I find them at good prices. So milk glass, Silver Crest, hand painted little violets. No bids on that one. That's okay. We can bring it back if there's time. And if any of you change your mind, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next piece. I have a pair of mid-century Siamese cats, and I apologize. I think I put made in Japan, and then I was kind of prepping in a rush for those of you that have been following in some, well, actually, I don't know if I put it in the general chat, but I was dealing with the loss of a friend this week, so I was kind of prepping very last minute today. These were actually made in Taiwan. They have a sticker on the bottom that says made in Taiwan, but I have a pair of ceramic, if I hold them the right way, Siamese cats. They've got really, really bubbly, sparkling blue eyes, and this is going to be for the pair. If you are a mid-century decor collector, cats are iconic, specifically pairs of Siamese cats. These are going to be a 15-second run at $30. And if you guys, they have seen definitely some things for sure, Michael. Their eyes are just wide open. They're almost like cats you would see in a horror movie, if that's anyone's style. But they will be here. If anyone is interested in the things that I have and you need to think about it, I will go through later on tonight, and I will be adding them into the buy now so that you can come to my shop later on and then just purchase them as normal outside of the auction format. Next up, we're going to do this Fenton Colonial Blue Hobnail Bud Vase. So this will match that little mini pitcher or creamer that I had. You do have the hobnails down there at the bottom. There is a Fenton logo down here on the bottom as well. So again, after 1970. This one, I want to say it's like 9 or 10 inches tall. Let me measure it real quick. We've got 10 inches tall on this one, maybe just a hair over 10 inches. This is a harder to find color. Normally we see these in milk glass, and we're going to start this one at 28. Apparently I have this one on a 1-minute run because I didn't change it to 15 seconds. So we'll run this one for a minute. Painted Daisy, I see your bid at 28. Thank you so much. We find a lot of Fenton here in Kansas, but I'm always looking for other glass too, like Viking glass and Ellie Smith, although I don't think I have any of those pieces on my table today. I'm also a huge Blanco fan. So yeah, definitely glass. My very, very first piece of glass was a piece of blue opalescent early American pressed glass, and then it was all over from there. Dimas, I see your bid at 30. Thank you. We're looking for, I think, a $31 bid or more. 32. There we go. So whatever the bid increments are. Does it go in $2? Does someone in the chat that's done a sale already know? So we're just looking for the next highest bid, but we do have Painted Daisy in the lead at 32 on the Colonial Blue Hobnail Bed Base. Perfect. $2 increments. Love it. It's different on like every platform, you know, so trying to learn the rules everywhere else. So I'm glad we're doing these blitzes. Thank you so much for putting these together. Ooh, custom bids. Love it. Painted Daisy, that hobnail bed base is coming to you. Thank you so much, love. All right, let's move on. Here we go. We did the cats. If any of you are basket lovers or cobalt blue lovers, Easter is right around the corner. I will get this out the door to you tomorrow. So if you do want a cobalt blue basket for Easter, you will have it in time. Given there's no delays with the mail or anything like that, but I'll have it shipped out tomorrow. What's interesting about this one is normally the handles on these baskets are applied, which means they're heated and then reattached to the glass piece on the bottom, but this one is all molded together. So interesting to note, there's no disclaimers on it, and it's just a really gorgeous Westmoreland cobalt blue basket. We're going to start this at $12 for 15 seconds. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm really passionate about what I do. I quit my corporate job working as a project manager in tech. I did that for about 6 years. Before that, I worked in retail management and was a mentor in retail management for the better part of a decade. I quit my corporate job last May, so coming up on 1 year, just to do this, and it has been a lifelong dream of mine to do vintage sales and be a vintage and antiques dealer, and now I get to live that dream courtesy of the internet, and it's amazing. I'm a liver cancer survivor, so once I kind of had my health scare, and once you're on your deathbed, you kind of put things in perspective, and you're like, why am I doing things I'm not passionate about? And if not now, then when? So it was time. I had to. Barbara, this is coming to you at $12. Congratulations, love. Happy to pack that up and send it your way. All right, next up, we have another Fenton piece, and this one is a cutie, you guys. I love Fenton Custard. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but an older woman at an auction that was almost all Fenton thank you for the encouragement, y'all. That was almost all Fenton was there, and she was buying up almost every single custard piece that she could. She told me by the end of the day, her and I were kind of friends because we were talking and buying up all the glass, and she was telling me that the custard pieces, whoever created the color formula for that, is no longer living, and so they kind of took the formula for custard glass with them. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure, but that seemed to be why she was buying up all the custard she could find. This does have the signature on the bottom from it being hand painted and an original tag from the gift shop where it was previously purchased back in the day, and it says Burke's. It's kind of falling apart, but it says Burke's Hallmark in Wamego, Kansas, which is about 20 minutes away. If any of you ever come to the northeastern portion of Kansas, I have a booth located in Wamego at a store there. So it's kind of cool. This came from Wamego. There is a little bit of, you can kind of see it on the bottom of the beak there, a little bit of extra sugar that got put on the beak, but you can't really tell when it's on display. And this baby does glow green under a 365 nanometer blacklight as well. We're going to run this guy for 15 seconds, starting at $18. Thank you. It was a really, really scary, really, really hard decision to make. But I've never worked harder in my life, but I've also never been happier. So if any of you are considering the jump or the leap, maybe this is your sign. You can survive. You can pay your bills. You can make it doing just this. You've got to just be willing to try. Steal of a deal on the Fenton Bird of Happiness coming to Painted Daisy. Congratulations. This is coming to you. All right, friends. Next up, we have an Amberina Optic mini picture. You can't hear me. I'm not sure why. Maybe swipe out, come back in, reload the app. I'm not sure if anybody else can troubleshoot the audio issues. Yes. Never worked harder, never been happier. That's what I tell everybody who asks me. This piece, I'm not sure of the maker. It's not Blanco. I do know that because this is not typical of Blanco's applied glass handles. It could possibly be Pilgrim or Rainbow Glass, but I haven't been able to find this in a catalog. While I do have access, anyone has access to the Blanco catalogs online. The Rainbow and Pilgrim Glass catalogs are a little difficult to find. So you guys in the chat may know, but regardless, it is an absolutely beautiful Amberina Piture. It is a little bit larger than your average mini pitchers. This one does stand 8 inches tall. And it does have an incredible, maybe Kana, maybe. It does have a really incredible glow under a black light as well, so we'll show that off, all that brightness. I know a lot of you that are glass collectors love glowy glass. I do too. We're going to start this one at 25, 15 seconds. Here we go. Hi, Joseph. Thank you. If you guys see Jay Clement in the comments, that is my real life bestie. She also quit her corporate job in order to do this full time. She's incredible. I'm trying to get her to come over to Virtual Antique Marketplace as well. Dimas, I see your bid. Shane, I saw your bid as well. We're looking for 29 or higher. There is the end of that auction. These are running real quick, friends, because we're trying to get through a lot in just that 30-minute time frame. So this is coming to DMAZ at 27. Thank you. Alrighty, y'all. Let's keep on going. I told you that I am known for glass, brass, and mid-mod sass. So here is some more brass for you. This guy I have not been able to date, and I have not been able to find another one like him. He is a cast brass bank. Similar to cast iron banks, but cast brass. So you put the coins in up here, and then it's a screw to open feature. So you have to take a flathead screwdriver, twist this, and then the two halves will twist. One will go one way, one will go the other, and all your coins will fall out. The other turtles that I have seen have had their legs kind of like splayed out from under the shell, but I haven't been able to find another that's got them tucked in like this. When I originally acquired him, I did have a mate for it, but I only have the one left. So there were multiples of these made. I just haven't been able to find a photo online or anything in research books of another one with the legs tucked. If you're familiar with these cast banks, then you know they go for a little bit of money. $48 is pretty fair on this one. We're going to run him at 15 seconds. If any of you need a cast brass turtle bank in your life. He's just a little cutie. Just a cutie. He's very heavy too. Makes a good paperweight. Make a better paperweight with a lot of coins in him, huh? All right, no takers on the turtle. That's okay. We can keep on rolling. Let's do some sass. Let me find one of my kitsch listings in here for you all. I have these really incredible seals. This is not the first time I've had them. I'm sure it won't be the last. But every time I find these guys, I just squeal because they're so stinking cute. Look at this little cutie. And then I've got a little baby seal that goes with it. So you can make them hug each other like baby and mama. These were made in Mexico. They do have a stamp on or a sticker on the bottom that says made in Mexico by Oxford. So the company is Oxford and made in Mexico. I would guess they're hand painted. They're super stinking cute. So we're going to start that auction, 15 seconds, and these are going to just be an $8 bid, y'all. $8 bid. I have had in the past like big eyelash kitties. So if you like big eyelash kitties, or if you like pixies and mermaids, I am always on the lookout for the really, really incredible kitsch as well. All right, little seals are staying with me. That's okay. Thank you for the compliment on my nails. So I have a really incredible nail tech, and I bring her pieces of my glass so that we can use those as inspiration. So on this one here, You can see that. And I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but she even did the little bubbled effect because I really, really love bubble glass or caged glass where they create the metal cage and then it just bubbles out of the cage. But she even put little texture on my nails so it bubbles out of the little outline. She's phenomenal. She's phenomenal. Okay, next up I've got the most adorable shakers I've ever seen. And I am not able to find a maker on these. They do say H318, made in Japan. I don't know enough about Holt Howard to like guess if their number started with an H or not. But I've only seen like one other listing on these in almost the 6 months that I've had these. But they are just little bear cub shakers. They're very clean. There's no crazing. They both have their little plastic plugs down there. They're going to start at $10. Apparently, I said Crest. Love it. Apparently, I started this one at a 1 minute too, so you guys have some extra time on the little bears should you want them. Good to know, Enamor Amy. See, I love this community because we are all constantly learning from one another. I learned just as much from watching other live sales. Like, obviously, I want to shop from all of you guys, but I learned just as much from watching other people too. So I appreciate the knowledge share in the comments as well. That's great to know. So $10 on the little Crest. Now we know bear cub shakers. They're here. They've got about 20 seconds to go. I meant to do 15 seconds for everything, but we have to set it per item for those of you that are watching and haven't been live yet here on District. Virtual Antique Marketplace has been great, and I just absolutely love it. Michael and Misty both have put so much time and effort into this community, and it definitely shows. Debbie, I see your $10 bid. Thank you so much. We have just under 10 seconds. If anybody else would like the little Crest Bear Cub shakers. They're in really, really great shape, y'all. All right, Debbie, looks like they're coming to you. Thank you so much. All righty. Next up, this is my last piece of brass for the day. Last piece of brass, and it is a goose. Let me find it. It is a flying brass goose. We'll move this to the stage. There we go. All right. Yeah, props to the whole District team too, because I know having worked in tech, I know creating a platform like this is no small task. They have been so supportive. They've put in tons of overtime. They are available after hours for us when we need it. Sienna especially has been incredible to work with. And I probably gave her a mini heart attack today because I hadn't loaded any of my items until maybe like a couple hours ago. But I've got this brass flying goose figurine. It is felted on the bottom. This is just an incredible piece of polished brass. There are going to be like some small surface scratches and things like that on it, but I do have it priced accordingly. It displays really well. Very curvy, sleek MCM design. We're going to start it at 18 for 15 seconds. 18 for 15 seconds. Vintage Oliver, I see your bid. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am such a huge fan of birds. If any of you are familiar with Portlandia, put a bird on it. It's one of my favorite sketches. Put a bird on everything, y'all. Just put a bird on everything. There you go. All right, Vintage Oliver, a bird is coming to you. I'm trying not to go super, super, super fast, so I've got just a little bit of time left. Let's see what else we've got. Next up, I think I've got this Porcelain Creamer and Sugar. I think these were originally sold at Hallmark. I'm unfamiliar with this logo. It's 4 C's that are kind of intertwined. But these were too cute to leave behind. I thought that the sugar would at least be like a cute little stash jar or something, even if you don't want to repurpose or use the creamer. But I love these florals on here with the little cherries or apples and then that blue and beige tone. No disclaimers on these. But yeah, I think originally they would have been sold at Hallmark. So there's the pattern and the design. These are just going to be a $10 bid. And we'll start that and run it for 15 seconds. I have not, but I will do that for you next, Donna. Thank you so much for the request. I am happy to take any requests of the items that are left. If you guys see anything in there that you want, I can move those up in the list for you for sure. And make sure I get to them before my time is up because I may not get through all 22. Normally I move lickety split fast in these blitzes, but I'm also trying not to talk too fast because I know I have a tendency to do that. Okay, I said I would do the wood covered bowl next. I am not sure whether or not this is actually made in Haiti, but when I was researching it, I saw several that were very similar that actually said Haiti on the lid. I did put in the description there may be some minor wear to the wood, but honestly, I would say 9.5 out of 10. This thing is great. There is just this little scuff mark here that may polish off. I'm not sure, but I do want to make sure I point those things out. But I love this fish. It is just, it's great. It's hand-carved wood, and it's lacquered. It's incredible. It's an incredible piece of wood. I love this Harlequin pattern they did in here, and then you can see the natural like wood grain. That's incredible. So 15 seconds, $10 start on this. Thank you guys so much for loving this piece as much as I do. I love that little fish. If any of you have a tiki bar, this would be really great in a tiki bar. Donna, I see your bid. Thank you so much, love. So we're just looking for 12 or higher, friends. There we go. It is coming to Donna. Thank you. All right, we have just a few left. I have some Limoges pieces. Let's talk about these. I don't find Limoges very often, but I did happen to find these particular pieces, and I'll show one and then I'll show the other if you want both. I do have them listed separately. If they don't go today, I can consider putting them into a bundle. But this is the bunnies divided plate, and then I have this little rooster bowl as well. Okay, so on the bunnies divided plate, there is a little bit of wear here on this kind of section, but it feels like it's under the glaze still. There is some crazing throughout, but what I would do, and it's going to be hard to show that crazing on camera, you can see it right there. But what you can do is just put this on a plate stand and use it in your Easter displays. If any of you decorate for the holidays on your hutch, it'd be really incredible on something like that. And then it does have that Limoges China Co. USA stamp on the back. These are the first two pieces of Limoges that I've actually ever had. We'll do $14 on the plate and start it at, well, I didn't mean to do a minute, but I don't think I can fix it once I'm in here. So we'll run it for a minute. We will run the rooster bowl next, and there are just a couple of other things. So if anybody would like me to run anything else they see before we have to move on and raid the next seller, that would be incredible. Just let me know in the comments. Thank you, Misty. I appreciate you. It's always tough when we're on a time crunch, but normally I think she was telling us behind the scenes that these blitz sales are going to be the hardest ones that we do, and she's not wrong. 30 minutes is tough to fit a lot into for you guys. Normal sales are not this rushed. So perfect. I love it, Belgian Hippie. I appreciate that feedback. All right, there is the plate. I'm not going to run the bowl just because the plate didn't go. So maybe I'll just bundle those together. Oh, we still have 4 seconds left. But next up, we are going to do, we'll let that run out. Let me show you guys a stunner and something that you may have never seen before. Really, really incredible. Right before we move on, we'll try and do this and the other yellow piece that I have. Oh, hi, Beth. You'll love the next couple pieces that I'm going to show. This baby here is a console bowl, and it is made by a company called Gonder Pottery. So similar to McCoy or Hull, they were another mid-century pottery company, and they don't get enough love in my opinion. I love their signature logo on the bottom of their pieces. This is so detailed and ornate for a piece of pottery. You would think that it's brass or glass or something else, but it's pottery. It is so, so incredible, and I love this pale pink drip glaze, and there is pale pink speckling kind of throughout as well. This is going to be a $44 run at 15 seconds. Here we go. We're going to do one more yellow piece after this, and then we'll get ready to raid our next seller. It is definitely a table centerpiece. I would put Easter grass in here and then put a bunch of like tie-dyed Easter eggs in it. It is definitely incredible. I've had this one for a couple years. I'm still trying to find the right home for it. One day I will. It's one of those things, like, you will find the right home one day. They're just not in the room at the moment. And that's okay. Okay, last up, I'm going to show this really incredible yellow Impoli goblet. This will be the last piece. And then we will get ready to wrap things up and move on to the next seller. Perfect. That's what I was waiting on, Michael. I appreciate that. So I have this really incredible yellow Impoli goblet. It is kind of ruffled around the edge there, which is typical of Impoli pieces. Those optics are really typical of Impoli as well. And what I love the most about this baby is it's a stunner. So again, 365 nanometer blacklight, you get a yellow glow down at the bottom and you get a hot orange glow on the top. Have you ever seen glass glow neon orange before? If you haven't, now you have. Now you have. It is a stunner. It lights up like the sun. It looks like the sun even when it's not under that UV light. This is going to be a $40 start bid at 15 seconds. And again, this is the last piece I'm running before we go on to our next show for the day. Thank you all so much for coming in and supporting all of us. And for those of you, Dima, as I do see your bid, thank you so much. I appreciate you. For those of you that have bid and purchased items or have been watching the Blitz all day, we so appreciate you. You are so, so valued as buyers and watchers in this community. And I love all of the other sellers here as well. This has been so inclusive and so incredible. You guys are all great. All right, my time is up. We almost got through all 22, not quite. I know I was being ambitious, but you guys are so, so amazing. We are gonna go on to the next sale. We'll see you next time. Bye, friends. Have